Mm-hmm. That's how I like to start the stream right there, ladies and gentlemen. Good old-fashioned hawking up of a loogie. Hope you're not totally turned off by that, because this is Smoke to Think On. I'm your host, Rod. Follow my budtender, Rod. Today we're just going to be smoking a blunt and investigating the news. It's usually what I do about this time of morning. Get high, have some caffeine, find out what's going on in the world that's going to properly infuriate me for the day. There's my mouse. And yeah, it's a pretty simple show. Smoke to Think On presents Blunt Talk Live. That's what I like to call this. Blunt Talk Live. Stands to reason. So, without much ado, further or otherwise, I want to jump right into the news. Oh, shit. What did we just do there? Okay, nothing. Good. So, it's hard to run a one-man show, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you the truth. Check this out. 27 children die in India when school bus plunges into gorge. Can someone please explain to me why they have a airplane for the picture? Like, somebody over at the Washington Post was just like, we need art. Somebody get us art. We need art stat. And it's like, okay, we'll just put a fucking airplane there. Because, like, everybody associates India and airplanes, right? Anyway, I just wanted to start there because within the next 20 minutes, that art will undoubtedly be changed to something different the next time the Google refreshes, because that seems to happen quite a bit. They just throw some shit up there and then, you know, get back to it when they can. So we'll get back to this wonderful news bit of business here. What are we looking at? We're looking at Trump will decide soon whether or not to retaliate for barbaric act in Syria. My guess is his answer will be retaliation. This might be the Franz Ferdinand moment for World War III. Who knows? I mean, I hate to be hyperbolic, but admittedly, throughout history, world wars do seem to start when some small country who's allied with a superpower gets face-fucked by another superpower. So, we'll see. Really, I don't know. Again, I don't want to be hyperbolic, but I'm always waiting on the edge of my seat for the next good old-fashioned world war. What else is going on? Facebook chief executive Mark Zuckerberg to Capitol Hill. It was my mistake, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Facebook, no one believes you. Mark, let me be the first to tell you, no one believes you. Shit. Forgive me, folks. I hit the wrong button. Like I said, it's hard to do a one-man show on your own. Ladies and gentlemen, bear with me for our technical difficulty there. But now I'm speaking directly to Mark Zuckerberg. Dude, no one's buying that shit. You're not sorry. You built a system specifically designed to be abused by people like Cambridge Analytica and the NSA and the CIA and the FBI and all of the other alphabet agencies that require digital analysis or data analysis to function in this world. Don't act like you didn't get investments through the fucking government in the beginning of this shit. It's not well known, but it has been exposed. Bullshit. Facebook is literally it's like the spinal cord of the fucking beast. You know, the 10-headed beast from the Bible. I'm not real religious, but I think it's a cool story. I think Facebook's definitely that spinal cord. It's the nervous system. Republican Governor Rick Scott enters Senate race in Florida, setting up marquee contest. What the fuck is a marquee contest? Let's find out. Let's jump down this rabbit hole, because that's interesting. Close ally of Trump formally entered the race. Implications for control of the Senate next year. Distributed on Twitter, framing himself as an outside, horribly dysfunctional Washington theme, repeated to groups Lando minutes later. Old thinking. Washington is tired. Well, it does not appear. So they're going to explain to me what the fuck a marquee contest is. And frankly, I lack concern. Moving forward. This is some scary shit. Look at this fucking poor bastard. Suspect found dead after Facebook confession about killing mom and friend. I'm assuming that comma is to indicate there's a list there. That's fucking terrifying, guys. Casey James Lahorns. You know? You guys ever notice that? I mean, I know it was like a plot point in the movie Conspiracy Theory with Mel Gibson, but you ever notice, like, the crazy killers, we always get all three names, usually? You know, like, nobody but the rednecks thinks Barack Hussein Obama, right? We just think Barack Obama, you know, or William Jefferson Clinton. No, we just think Bill Clinton. Like, we know their middle names, but that's not how we address them, right? Casey James Lahorn. Oh, you know that guy killed somebody. Right? You read that in the name, you have to read the fucking rest of the headline. You know he killed somebody. They give me all three names? Shit. That motherfucker killed somebody. Am I wrong? I think I'm not wrong. Let's see here. Crisis confrontations envelop Trump at home and abroad. What is that? 1, 2, 3. So only 3 out of 6. Only half of the articles are essentially about Trump or Trump's fucking, you know, plot to take over the world. Oh no, I'm sorry. 4 out of 6. My bad. I didn't read the next one. Farmers who propelled Trump into presidency fear becoming pawns in trade war. Dumb shits. I mean, on one hand, folks, I really don't think we have too much control over who becomes or doesn't become our president. I still am of the firm belief that Donald Trump is the president specifically to destroy our faith in the American process. I think the powers that be, yeah, I'm one of those guys, you know, like I just don't believe in our democracy. How many fucking times do we have to see the candidate the people really want in office get fucked out of it? Nobody wanted fucking Hillary Clinton. That bitch lost. She stole her fucking spot on the ticket. How could you fucking have any faith in the game after that? Do you vote for a lady who steals her position on the ticket and wants to create more perennial war by training more moderate rebels to in 15, 20 years become our new enemies? Or do you want Donald fucking Trump, some goofy clown motherfucker with nothing but terrible shit to say? Honestly, at first I thought he was the ringer. I thought that was the guarantee to get Clinton in. And then when he won, I started thinking, well, fuck, how is that even possible? And then, of course, you know, you got popular vote versus electoral college vote. And okay, I'm coming full circle, folks. Basically, what I'm trying to get out here is usually speaking, right, for instance, when Obama continued perennial war in the Middle East and continued to drop 26,000 bombs in 2016 alone, I wasn't like, oh, you liberals, this is what you voted for. Okay? Because the president becomes the president and then does whatever the fucking powers that be say to do. We know that. Bill Hicks was right, okay? You win the presidency, they take you in a dark, smoky room, they click on a projector, and you witness, a shot of the Zapruder film from an angle nobody's ever seen before. Looks like it might be coming from that grassy knoll, right? You know what I'm talking about? You're asked if you got any questions, they send you on your way. You do whatever the fuck you're told when you're the president. That's my belief, okay? So when Obama fucked up, I wasn't like, oh, you dumb liberals, this is what you asked for. Obviously, it's not. But I'm sorry, farmers who voted for Donald Trump, let's pretend for a minute that democracy counts and your vote made a difference. This is what you voted for. The guy is fucking nutty. He's a ruthless, vicious business person who lies. In his book, he accentuates the art of lying. I mean, like, this is what y'all voted for. Are you genuinely surprised? Oh shit. I mean, I can't imagine that you're actually surprised, but I'm just like, I'm curious. They're worried that they might be becoming pawns in the fucking trade war. Of course you are. 27 children die in a bus plunge to the gorge. That's fucking sad. Terrible art. See, Iran threatens Trump with strong promise of nuclear deal. If nuclear deal fails, responses. I just can't read. Iran threatens Trump with strong response if nuclear deal fails as Arch Hawk Bolton begins national security tenure. The fuck is that? Arch Hawk Bolton. What a fucking name. Is it the actual name? John Bolton. Ah, known for his hawkish stance. They even the editor was like, "Now you got to explain that. In the first graph, second graph, you got to explain that. Nobody knows the fuck you're talking about, Arch Hawk. The fuck does that mean?" Runaway train carrying 1,000 passengers traveled for miles in India. That's fucking scary. Super scary. This is why we don't use a lot of trains in America, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Because we're all just afraid that we're going to be on a runaway train. U.S. denies missile strike in Syria. Russia says Israel did it. You know, I believe both of them. Let's see here. The latest. Topless protester ID'd as Cosby Show actress. That's fucking hysterical. Does no one else see the irony here? I mean, don't get me wrong, Black Lives Matter and all, but like, shouldn't you have been protesting Bill Cosby? I mean, let's do our due diligence. I'm gonna click on the article. Maybe that's what she's protesting. See, that's why I love doing this shit live, because I get all antsy and aggravated. She was protesting Bill Cosby. How cool is that? Actress Nicole Rochelle of Little Falls was charged with disorderly conduct Monday protest. She ran in front of Cosby toward a bank of TV cameras as the comedian walked into suburban Philadelphia courthouse start of his sexual assault retrial. Written in her body were the names of more than 50 Cosby accusers. Oh, I knew we were going to get a Lives Matter here. I knew it. I knew a Lives Matter was coming. Fuck me. I'm really, honest to God, I'm genuinely getting tired of the what would I call it? I'd call it hashtag patriotism. And yeah, I get it. First of all, I just want to point out that Women's Lives Matter is an alliteration of, or a reiteration of All Lives Matter. So, you know, those that feel especially justified go forth and attack. But for real, okay? The cops still killing 1,100 people a year. They're up to like 300 right now in this country, all right? So when I see this hashtag bullshit and all these people getting together, making a movement, feeling empowered, nothing's changing, okay? Nothing's changing. Black people are still getting shot, killed by police. White people are still getting shot and killed by police. Believe it or not, out of all the people killed by police every year, when you look at the number of unarmed assailants, 3% are black and 3% are white. They kill us at exactly the same fucking rate. when it comes to unarmed, unjustified murder. Just an FYI out there. You don't believe me? Double check the Washington Post's police shooting database. You can Google that. You'll find it. You'll see that I'm right. Dances between 2% and 3% for both of us equally. Anyway, I digress. The point is, hashtags are not solving the problem. Now, I like the awareness they build. My criticism here is how do we take this off of the fucking phone and bring it into the real world for actual change? To apply actual change. One thing I might recommend, for instance, not for actress Nicole Rochelle, but for like the Black Lives Matter movement, maybe encourage young black men in inner city communities to become police officers. I just felt your minds explode. Maybe the problem isn't that we have to train racists to not be racist, because that's just as dumb as being a racist. Maybe the problem is we should put not racist douchebags in positions of fucking power. Maybe take the authority away from the fucking ignorant and the mundane. Rap artists, perhaps instead of rapping about getting bitches and money, rap about building communities, helping one another. Oh wait, there's a whole subsection of rap doing that. It's called conscious rap, and most of you have never heard it because it doesn't get played on radio or MTV or Spotify. You have to look for it. Maybe guys like 2 Chainz, for instance, who I don't know much about, but that's a name that I know of. I know the guy exists, and I don't listen to his music, so he must be popular enough amongst the listening crowd if I'm aware of his existence. Could put a few tracks out about putting down the Millies, the Mac Millies, and spending 2 years at the police academy, dedicating to making a positive, effective change in your fucking community. Write a few bars about that. I get frustrated when I see this hashtag blah blah blah. Black lives matter, white lives matter, all lives matter, women's lives matter, reptile lives matter, primate lives matter. Remember Harambe. I'm just saying, guys. Fuck, the Harambe one's probably the only one that made any actual effective change. I bet zookeepers are fucking significantly less apt to just put a bullet in a fucking monkey brain these days. I'm sure they probably changed their policies. That's probably true. What a fucked up world, huh? Cops kill people every fucking day, and we ask them to carry guns. We fucking require it in some counties that they have them even when they're off duty. Y'all are worried about... I'm just saying. Let's come back. That's good to know. Topless protester was actually protesting Bill Cosby. I like when that happens. This is raw, folks. That's how you know this shit's real, right? I don't script this. I'm not reading the news before I come on camera. Some might suggest I start, but I think it's a lot more fun to read the headlines, get an idea of what's going on, and then fucking rap about what I know about it. Honest to God, part of the reason why I don't like to open up other articles in web browsers is because I'm fucking terrified of copyright strikes. I've seen people stream entire seasons of King of the Hill for fucking 2 weeks straight without a goddamn problem. I put 15 seconds of Stan from South Park talking about being an asshole, and I get a copyright strike before I even finish uploading. Just trying to figure that shit out, you know what I mean? But every now and again, I do like to do my due diligence, you know. Sometimes I know that I'm shooting off at the hip, and then in the middle of running my mouth, I think, well, maybe I'm wrong about this. Let's investigate. maybe I'm getting hyped up for nothing. Maybe this is not part of a pattern that I usually see. That was one of those times. Kind of. It did turn around and have a hashtag Something Lives Matter, which I definitely called while I was ranting. But still, she was at least protesting Cosby. That's good. He's a fucking sick man, apparently. Allegedly. Homeless residents brag about makeshift mansion near Seattle's famed Space Needle. Fucking good for them. Race to replace Paul Ryan is on. No, it's not. No one gives a shit. Porn star's attorney alleging Trump affair to offer reward. Who cares? I really wish I understood this. Do any of you care? Leave comments. Chat in the window and shit. Let me know. Do you really give a shit about this Stormy Daniels stuff? I mean, I gotta be honest with you. The only thing I can think of is every studio that bitch is fucked on camera for is loving this. Loving this. You know how much bank these people are making right now? Like, I almost feel like this must have been Trump's idea. Trump was like, "Hey, Stormy, let me talk to you for a second. I got to get my Trump accent on. I'm not good at it yet. I'm still working on it. I got to read his tweets. That's how you do it, right? Okay, Stormy, here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna need your help. It's not a big deal. Just a little help. You make money, lots of money, big money, big money. All I need you to do, say that we fucked. I know we did. Just tell everybody. It's not a big deal. Just let them know. See, I'm still working on it. I don't watch enough Trump, you know? When I'm reading his tweets, though, I feel like my impersonation is perfect. Because his fucking tone is so beautifully transferred into the tweets. But since I don't have it, I'll skip that joke. And we'll just go forth and say I kind of think Trump called Stormy up and was like, "Yo, you got to go up on the news and tell everybody that we fucked, and that I paid you to keep it quiet." You know, let's deflect everybody's attention away from all this other crazy, terrible shit that I've been doing and going on, and let's get them, you know, hooked on a good old fashioned come stain on a dress. And I think it's working. And she was like, "Why would I do that?" And he's like, "Because your fucking movies are gonna sell like crazy. You're going to be the most famous porn star in the fucking world." This bitch just passed up Pamela Anderson, okay? That's what I'm saying. Stormy Daniels is going to be starring in fucking actual movies soon. That's how fucking popular this bitch is. She's going to have her own TV show. Mark my words, you're going to be watching the Stormy Daniels show on MTV in a fucking month. In a month. That's not a conjecture. That is a psychic fucking premonition right there, folks. Stormy Daniels, fucking reality TV show. It's coming. So what's up in the business world? Every other day, this is beautiful. And I've been documenting it, so you'll be able to see that that's actually true. Every day, this goes back or forth. Everybody's freaking out about a trade war. There might not be a trade war. Everybody's freaking out about the trade war. There might not be a trade war. Slammed by Trump, Amazon's Jeff Bezos chooses silence. Look at this motherfucker. He's a goddamn real-life Dr. Evil. Am I alone here, or do you guys not see that motherfucker doing this, asking for $480 bazillion, right? Because, like, that's a random number, but like you could see it. Yeah. Jeff Bezos. Look at the fucking guy. He's a goddamn gangster of books. He's a fucking gangster librarian. I read an article about this dude once in a fucking in like a news and review, because nobody else would touch it. Is a fucking in-depth expose on this guy with straight up quotes and interviews from book dealers and small publishers that this guy had sent to their office like goons, and they were like, "Nah, you're gonna sell those books to us for this price." Like, this motherfucker's a gangster. You think he gives a shit about what Trump has to say? He ain't doing shit. He ain't gonna say nothing. He's just gonna fucking bounce on. He's like, oh yeah, Mr. Trump, I'm just gonna go ahead and release fucking season 2 of Bosch early. Fuck you, or season 4. He don't give a shit, dude. Jesus. He's gonna make Alexa fucking black, and then everybody's gonna love him. Wow. YouTube illegally tracks data on kids. Groups claim an FTC complaint. Good for them. You have to be 13, I believe, to get a YouTube or a Google account. And they don't apparently not collect data on those under 18 accounts. That's fucking incredible. Uber has acquired dockless bike share company Jump. That's trippy and scary simultaneously, but neat. There's a dockless bike company? I didn't know that. Apple iPhone 8 produced product red. Official first photos. Jesus Christ, guys. They got a new phone every 15 fucking minutes. At least cars have the decency to do it once a year, right? Wow. HP takes on iPad Pro with first detachable Chromebook. That's cool. Jesus, Galaxy's got an S9 coming. DexPad launches May 13th. They've already got it out. S9 is already out. That's fucking obscene. Is that real? Galaxy. Jesus H. Christ. Samsung spent a year adding stereo sound. Wow. Yep, sure enough, this shit's... This shit is ready to rock and roll. What's the secret feature? What's the secret feature? You're going to find out here first. S9, but you might expect. Phone has been undetermined by both carrier pricing and some fine print, so good news was due thankfully has arrived. Secret feature. Yeah, what is it? Okay, so it's a bunch of fucking stats and bullshit. Who cares? Well, there you go, folks. The S9 is out and about. Pretty soon you get the DexPad launching on May 13th for $99. I'm overwhelmed sometimes by the rate at which these people are putting new phones out. I don't really give a shit about entertainment news, but I do like The Simpsons. The Simpsons still doesn't understand the problem with Apu. Oh, god damn. There isn't a problem with Apu. Can I just say that? Can I throw that out there? Well, that's easy for you to say. You're a white male. Yeah. Yep, truth. Got white skin and a dick. You sexist, racist fuck. Now that we can move past that established fact, here's the deal. This is a melting pot culture. Cultures, by their definition, really are a, what do you call it? A collection of stereotypes. It's just true. Apu is the iconization of a very specific American cultural stereotype. It's just a fact. He just is. I don't understand the problem with this. Have you never been to a fucking Quickie Mart in the inner city? Have you never? Any inner city? Anywhere? We've all been served by a poo. Every fucking one of us. Regardless your color, your sex, or your age, or any of that shit. You walked into a fucking... I mean, Jesus. I just don't... I don't understand why everything has to be a goddamn virtue signaling contest of self-righteous indignation. I just don't get it. Why? I'm genuinely perplexed right now. Do you see this face? This is I don't even know how to describe how outrageous the fact that there is an article expressing how The Simpsons doesn't understand the problems with a poo. There's none. Get your nose out of your fucking fart snifter. You know what the problem with the poo is? He hasn't gotten enough airtime. They haven't done enough episodes just singling out how fucking cool a poo and his whole life is. They've done a few, but not enough. I don't get it. I don't get it. What do they want? What do they want? Who do they want to own the Quickie Mart? Should it be fucking, I don't know, Ralph Wiggle? Should he give up his job? Or is it Ralph? No, Ralph is the kid. What's the dad's name? The cop. I forget. But should he give up his place as sheriff and just go ahead and run the quick stop? We'll make a poo the sheriff. And instead of being a bumbling idiot, he'll be a brilliant fucking detective who solves every single crime in Springfield single-handedly. Would that be better? Would that be a strong, happy, positive fucking display of that particular American archetype? What's the fucking purpose of living in a melting pot if the constant drive seems to be to devalue the differences amongst the people that are here? I mean, at what point is a black guy doing rap going to be considered racist? I mean, at what point? What point do we fucking polarize so completely that we come all the way back, all the way around? Where we're going to be mad at the country music fucking awards when there's not enough black people represented. Do you know a lot of black people that just love the fuck out of twangy country music? I mean, I'm not saying there's none, right? But just on an anecdotal level, most of the black people I've met have a fine appreciation for hip-hop and rap music. Now, to be fair, they're probably also, like Beethoven and Bach and shit. I mean, I don't know their full eclectic musical tastes, but I'm just saying, I very rarely meet somebody in this world who's like, I love me some country music. Like, that is definitely a geographic thing. And, it's just cultural differences, just observable cultural difference. When I lived in Chicago and I worked with Southside fucking, ex-gang members, guys who were like, telling me stories about slinging crack rock and shit, they did not tell me about their fond appreciation for Garth Brooks. They just didn't. They talked about rap artists I've never fucking heard of. It's just a cultural difference. Just like when I started talking to them about Terrence McKenna, they didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. Because for whatever reason, in inner city black culture, the 80-year-old fucking spirit guide of magic mushrooms is not something that comes up often. I don't know. Maybe it's a lack of libraries in the inner city. I don't know what the difference in culture is caused by. It's just a difference in culture. It's not a big deal. It's not good or bad. Just like earlier I was saying, I don't know who the fuck, I could not tell you a 2 Chainz song. If you played one for me right now, I wouldn't be able to tell you, oh yeah, that's him. I have no idea. I don't have a single black friend who I've not seen on Facebook who's not been like 2 Chainz at some point or another. Had some kind of meme or something. It just seems silly to me. that we constantly wanted to devalue the differences amongst our culture that illustrate what makes America such a fucking melting pot, such a different place to be. Like, that's what's so fucking cool here. I'm gonna eat a cookie. I hope you guys don't mind. But am I wrong here, or am I wrong? Because I think I'm right. I think it's obvious that I'm right here, right? Can somebody please explain to me what the actual problem with a poo is? I mean, I realize let's do what Vanity Fair has to say. Well, let's see here. Okay, yeah. So what they've done here is they found an Indian person who made a documentary titled "The Problem with a Poo," and it tackles a stereotypical Indian character on The Simpsons. So I'm right. I'm right. The problem with a poo is that he is an Indian stereotype, owns the Quickie Mart, talks with an accent. Right? That's the gist of it. Get over it. We have fucking Indians here, or people from India, I guess. I think they're Indians. Yeah, that's what they call them. We have Indians here. We do. And they own Quickie Marts. And they talk with fucking accents. Welcome to the culturally diverse melting pot known as America. Now, I happen to have lived in the town of Springfield that The Simpsons is based on, and there are several quick stops. A lot of them are owned by Indian people. Or at very least, cashiered by them. I'm just saying, I've been in them. You know how I know they're Indian? It's not because they were dark-skinned. It was their accents. Fucking shocker, I know. Let's dive a little deeper. Let's say you live in a town that one of the most famous cartoons in the world is based on. Do you A, want to see yourself represented accurately? Or B, not want to be represented accurately? Vanity Fair needs to go fuck themselves. The guy who got upset because of the stereotypes needs to take a step back and remove himself from the situation and look at it objectively and recognize that Matt Groening is not making fun of him. Now, if he happens to be a guy who owns a fucking quickie store or a quick stop or whatever and talk with a hefty Indian accent and yell at people about the slushies, dude, either one of two things has happened. That's your fucking natural life course, or you're actively participating in upholding a silly stereotype. Your choice, you get to choose. My guess is you're probably just being yourself. Stereotypes do not equate racism. Racism only happens when someone recognizes a stereotype as a means to devalue someone. Oh, that guy's black. He probably sure. You know, they're not guarantees. And if you see a stereotype that's being, upheld, there's no reason to get hurt about it or sad. Damn, we got some frame loss. Bummer. Let's kill those articles. They're probably eating up RAM. But there's no fucking problem with a poo. That article pissed me off. Apu is a great character and we all love him. What the fuck? Cardi B recalls getting butt injections and being in a gang. Wow. Remember earlier when we were talking about positive messages and music that's dedicated for a particular demographic. Just saying. Don't give a shit about sports. Human finger bone points to an early exodus out of Africa. Timelines are all fucked up. SpaceX isn't responsible for the loss of Zuma spy satellite. Interesting. There's been an increase in Antarctic snowfall. Oh, at the beginning of an ice age, the fucking poles will have fresh snow. If tiny dark matter particle exists, the experiment is now ready to find it. That's neat. Another fucking hole in the universe. We're gonna have some more fucking Mandela effect shit going on. Love it. This mysterious marijuana syndrome is relieved by hot showers. Yeah, no shit, because it's not real. It's a fucking panic attack. Alright, I gotta pause y'all for a minute. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the delay. My mom called. I'd be fucking 30 years old and shit, when mom calls, you answer. This is what I was talking about. This mysterious marijuana syndrome is relieved by hot showers. It's because it's a panic attack. It's not a real syndrome. Fucking shit drives me nuts. People get anxiety and then they get stomach cramps and chest pains. Because that's what a fucking anxiety attack feels like. You feel sick to your stomach, you can't breathe very well, your chest tightens up, it feels like a real physical thing. It's a fight or flight response occurring when you have nowhere to flight and nothing to fight. They're actually pretty fucking terrible. But of course, a hot shower helps. Opens your lungs up, relaxes you at the spine, makes you breathe deeper. Opioid epidemic fueling rise in deadly heart infections. Yeah, because fucking opium is terrible and they keep giving it to everyone. Oh man, prostate cancer. 4 in 10 cases diagnosed late. Says a charity. Well, I guess that's probably the folks asking for money. Okay, I'm skeptical, but maybe that's true. Sounds terrible either way. Why you should get the new shingles vaccine so that you can spread the epidemic and sell more fucking vaccines. This shit pisses me off, folks. I don't, fuck, I did it again. There we go. I don't know where you stand or where anybody stands necessarily on this issue of vaccines and autism. Don't care. For me, just so everybody's clear, I think the science is still out. I think it's very suspicious that big corporations who rely on good science to have good returns and dividends on their stock investments would rather settle for billions of dollars every year with these families who make these claims than just spend the money in the science to prove that it's not giving people autism and then not pay these people. I mean, if there's nothing to the claims that it's causing autism, why the fuck are they just paying out? It seems like in the long run, that's not the way to go. It seems like in the long run, the way to save money is to spend, instead of $2 billion on 10 families, spend, or 100 families or whatever, spend fucking $2 billion just proving that the shit isn't giving anybody any autism. And then when you go to court with these people, show it in court and then tell them to fuck off. I mean, you telling me Pfizer fucking just feels bad so they're paying these people out? Like, damn, that's a rough dig, man. Yeah, we got some extra loot for you, no problem. Hey, anybody else out there who's got a kid that's kind of fucked up and, you know, you're just looking for some extra free cash, we got a bunch of that. Like, that's not how fucking evil corporations work, folks. Just isn't. So I'm trying to piece together in my head there why they're paying these people off. That's all. Now, moving forward, what no one can deny is dangerous are these, like, quick to market, cures for the common cold kind of fucking vaccines. We got a vaccine out now for the flu. I've never, not once, have I worked in a place of business where somebody's went and got the flu vaccine and not come back and then the entire place get the fucking flu. Usually starting with patient 0. We've all met somebody who went and got the flu vaccine and immediately got the fucking flu. This shit's coming out like... There's more quality assurance in your video games than there is in the fucking vaccines they're putting in your arm at Walgreens. Half you guys at Walgreens are fucking test dummies. Go get the new shingles vaccine. Case in point, localites here in Reno. Remember when the bird flu was going around? Big fucking deal. Bird flu this, bird flu that. No, it was the swine flu. Forgive me. Oh, there's so many different animal flus. Swine flu. Swine flu's going around. Epidemic. Of course, 2004, they changed the fucking definition for epidemic. So, you know, it went from needing like 10,000 people to needing like 1,000 people or some shit. I don't remember the numbers, but it was something ridiculous like that. Like, they dropped it by a shitload. Everything's a fucking epidemic now. 4 people get sick in an office, it's a goddamn epidemic. Anyway, I digress. They decided to put up a swine flu vaccination center in Fallon. I believe it was Fallon. Fallon or Fernley. They're like basically the same place in my mind. But I want to say it was Fallon. Because there were no cases reported in Fallon. I remember hearing this on the news with my pops. And we both went, shit, there's going to be an outbreak in fucking Fallon next week. And dudes, ladies, no fucking joke. Within 2 weeks, there is a fucking outbreak and an epidemic right there in the neck of the woods of the swine flu vaccination center. Now, some conspiracy theorists will tell you, oh, they did that on purpose to give everybody swine flu. I don't know if that's true. I don't know that it's not true, but I don't know that that's true. I would never claim that that's their motives. I would, however, speculate that their motive is more likely they wanted to make some cash, so they pumped out vaccines to sell to people who were terrified, and then those vaccines were either not properly cared for, not properly made, maybe sterilized live virus cells that were supposed to be killed with radiation were not killed with radiation, and so it may have just been an accident. I'm not going to say like, yeah, they did that shit on purpose, because I don't know. But I would bet money that they did it on accident. They probably rushed the product to market real fast and figured, fuck it, we'll just pay anybody that doesn't have a good experience. Not a big deal. It's a drop in the bucket. And we kind of know that this happened because they were sued. The company that developed that vaccine was sued by the entire country of Germany. Parliament fucking voted to bring a lawsuit in world courts against these fucking people. Their product was banned from the country of Germany. That's crazy, right? I think so. So yeah, why should you go out and get the new shingles vaccine? I think you shouldn't. Wash your hands, use hand sanitizer, avoid people that are scratchy. I mean, just to name a few things. I mean, let's not forget that washing our hands, running water, and clean sewage systems have pretty much been the #1 thing to keep humanity alive and free of epidemic. Like, vaccines are not that old. It's been, what, 500, 600 years, 700 years since the fucking... 500 years? Probably it's been like 500 years since the Black Plague. Like 13 to 1500s or some shit. Just saying. Not against vaccines as a technology. I just think that they're technology that's put out by, vicious corporations that are after cash flow. I think they've got a bottom line that they're concerned with, and that's what they really focus on. And your actual personal individual health is considered less important than everyone over else's health and cash flow. It's a very cold and meticulous way of thinking, but it's super common, very corporate. That's what they do. That one was fucking cool. It just stayed there and lingered for a second. I like it. Let's see if we can do that again. Nah, that's probably a once in a lifetime thing. That's cool though. God damn. Wow. That was intense. Dum-dum-dum-dum. Let's just check the stats for this viewing. See if anybody even bothered to watch today. You really never know. Oh my me. I'm out of cookies. Fuck. Is there a second level? Is there a second tier to the cookies? You fucking know there is, brother. What's the day? Monday the 9th. Shit. I'm a little lazy, what can I say? No chat. No one's watching. Stream health is medium. That's alright. Shit, I guess that's the news, folks. I'm gonna eat a cookie, smoke the rest of this joint, and then go from there, I guess.